What on earth is going on at West Ham? A few seasons ago, this club were European regulars, making a few appearances in the Europa League and even winning the Conference League in 2023. But now, they're 13th in the Premier League. This club sacked Scottish manager David Moyes in the hopes that Europa League winner Julen Lopategui could bring the Hammers even higher. However, it hasn't really been working out, and West Ham have been on the receiving end of some nasty scorelines, most recently losing 5-0 to Liverpool. So today we're going to be going for European glory and bring the Hammers their first Champions League title. So make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. The support on the channel has been insane lately, so I want to give you guys a big thanks for that. And now let's begin the West Ham rebuild.
A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
So here is the starting West Ham 11. In goals we have Areola, then our backline all solid high 70s, then the midfield, the best part of our team. We've got Paqueta, who's probably going to grow into a great player, future star boy Mohamed Kudus there on the left, then Rodriguez, who's losing a bit of rating, so we have to fix that, Captain Bowen there on the right, and then the new signing in real life, Niklas Fullkrug up front, 82 overall, however he's pretty old. So let's make some transfers and fix up this starting 11. First things first, we've gone and tied down French loanee centre-back Jean-Claire Todibo to a permanent deal. We got this one done for a fee of only 25 million, so for me this was an absolute no-brainer, as at the moment he's at 79 overall, and I can see the 24-year-old Frenchman being a vital part of this team, especially for the long term. Now, our first real signing of the rebuild is going to be a man who's played over in Spain and is really finding his form in the MLS. I've went and picked up former La Masia product Riqui Puig for a fee of 45 million, which is a solid deal when you consider he's only 24 years old and has really good potential to become a world-class midfielder. He's going to bring us so much creativity, and with his excellent dribbling, hopefully that'll help us score more goals. Now next up, I've decided to strengthen our defense a little bit, so I've went and splashed 30 million on the signature of Rayan Al-Nouri. The Algerian wingback is only 23 years old and already has so much Premier League experience under his belt, so replacing an aging Emerson for him I believe is a solid upgrade. Let's hope that with this signing we can tighten up at the back and keep a lot of clean sheets. So this is how we're going to line up going into Season 1. We've stuck with Areola in goals, we've made Todibo permanent, we've gone with the signing there of Nouri. Paqueta now at an 82 already, so he's already gone up. We decided to replace Rodriguez for Riqui Puig because he didn't fit the position, so he's going to provide good depth on the bench for Alvarez. Then up front we've decided to stick with Niklas Fullkrug, however he is 31, so soon he might have to be replaced, but this squad should be solid enough to finish maybe just on the fringes of the Europa League. Let's see what happens at the end of Season 1. And as Season 1 comes to a close, that sees the mighty West Ham finish in 7th place, which means I believe they will be playing Conference League football next season as long as someone outside the top 7 hasn't won the FA Cup. Liverpool win the Prem. In the FA Cup, that was also won by Liverpool 3-2 against Luton Town, whose underdog was ended there in the final. In the Carabao Cup, that was won by Liverpool again on penalties against Man United. In the Champions League, that was won by Man City in the El Clasico against PSG. In the Europa League, that was won by Bilbao 1-0 against Roma. In the Conference League, that was won by Chelsea 2-1 against Copenhagen. Taking a look at how things went down in the squad hub, Jarrod Bowen was our top scorer with 21 goals, also bagging himself 12 assists for the English winger there. Very good season for the captain. Niklas Fullkrug with 19 goals and 4 assists at the age of 32. He's starting to get old a bit. Paqueta from midfield adding goals as we love to see in our rebuilds. 11 goals and 5 assists for the Brazilian. And Riqui Puig, our new signing, already at an 84. Love to see the growth on him. And we have Carlos Soler returning back to PSG after his loan has ended. Very solid Season 1. Let's see if we can reach those Champions League spots in Season 2. Rolling into the new season, I've decided it's time we go for a proper marksman leading the line. I've gone and picked up none other than Omar Marmoush, who is an absolute beast in real life and is on fire. Now at an 84 overall, and for a fee of 60 million, I'm hoping this guy does absolute bits for us and helps us move further up the table with his goal scoring prowess. With our transfer budget increase, I feel like we're still lacking in our defense a little bit, which is why I've gone and picked up Malo Gusto from Chelsea. The Frenchman joins the Hammers for a fee of 55 million and he's going to be a huge upgrade in our right back position. And the best part is he's only 22 years of age, which means he has plenty of time to become a world-class fullback. Our third signing for Season 2 is going to be a man who has plenty of experience when it comes to winning trophies. I managed to sign Andrew Lunin from Real Madrid, and now at West Ham he's not going to be a backup anymore, especially with that 82 overall. We had to include Areola as a part of the swap deal, plus 25 million, but with the experience this guy has with winning, I'm sure it'll be fully worth it. So this is our new and improved lineup for Season 2. We have the new goalkeeper, Andrew Lunin in goals, Todibo who's grown up to an 82, Aguerd who came back on loan, so we're going to be playing him as we sold Mavropanos. We've got Aït-Nouri and now at an 81 overall, so solid growth from him. The new signing, Malo Gusto, Puig, who had a really good season, now at an 84, Bowen at an 83, new signing Marmoush, and then Mohamed Kudus, who I tipped to become a future star. Let's see how we can go. Can we wrap up Champions League? Let's find out in the blink of an eye. It is now the end of Season 2 and West Ham have finished in a respectable 5th place. We missed out on the Champions League in the league, but of course we still have Europe to take a look at. Man City have won the Premier League with 91 points. In the FA Cup, that was won by Liverpool 2-1 against Arsenal. In the Carabao Cup, Sheffield United, the underdogs, defeat Liverpool in the final to lift the Carabao Cup. The Champions League was won by Borussia Dortmund 3-2 against AC Milan in the final. In the Europa League, Chelsea beat us 1-0 in the final, so we miss out on Champions League as we couldn't win the Europa League. We came so close, however, yet so far. In the Conference League, Spurs win a trophy as they defeat Lille 2-0. Now this season, Omar Marmoush had nothing short of an amazing season. Just like he's doing at Frankfurt, he's doing it here at the Hammers. 30 goals and 11 assists for the Egyptian striker. He just will not stop scoring. Jared Bowen with 27 goals and 4 assists, now at an 86 overall. Ricky Puig with 21 goals and 17 assists. What a season the Spanish centre mid had, and Paqueta also getting in on the action. I'm so excited to see what we can do with this squad in Season 3. Let's bring it on. Welcome along to Season 3. We're not here for haircuts today, lads, so we're going to be making a huge signing for our midfield. We've gone and picked up Danish CDM Morgan Humland from Sporting for a fee of 67 million, who's going to be replacing Alvarez to give us a huge upgrade in our midfield. The 27-year-old is now going to be entering his prime, and he has what it takes to thrive in our system, so I cannot wait for him to get started. Like I said before, we're not mucking around this season, so I've gone and made marquee signings so far, Matthijs de Ligt. This guy has been everywhere across Europe's top clubs, and now at an 87 overall, he's going to be the leader of our back line. Now of course this signing damaged our bank account a little bit as we splashed 94 mil on the Dutch centre back, but I'm sure it'll all be worth it with what he brings to the team. So this is how we're going to line up going into Season 3. Lunin now at an 85, the back line looking solid with Gusto at an 86, Todibo and de Ligt averaging out for 85 there at the centre back position, Aït-Nouri at an 86. Very good bit of business we did there with signing him. Hulman, the new signing, now at an 85, same with Paqueta. Puig at an 86, so he's grown a lot. Bowen and Kudus on the wings, and our marksman Marmoush, who would not stop scoring. Hopefully he can continue that form and carry us to a trophy in Season 3. It is the end of Season 3 and West Ham have won the Premier League, which means they will be seeded into Pot 1 in the Champions League, and it will be returning to the London Stadium next season. In the FA Cup, Spurs defeat Wolves 3-1 in the final. In the Carabao Cup, Man City defeat underdogs Ipswich 2-1. In the Champions League, Real Madrid get the better of PSG 4-2 on penalties. In the Europa League, that was won by Liverpool 3-1 versus Nice. And in the Conference League, Wolfsburg defeat Roma 2-0. And once again, Omar Marmoush continues that excellent form, getting 31 goals and 8 assists in 53 appearances. Now at an 89 overall, this guy is going incredible. Jared Bowen at an 87 with 21 goals and 9 assists for the English winger. Ricky Puig continues that form from last season, 21 goals and 13 assists for the Spanish centre mid. I don't know what he's doing, but whatever it is, keep it up, my friend. Lucas Paqueta, 8 goals and 4 assists for the Brazilian. Not too bad. This squad now has won the Premier League. Let's see how they can go in the Champions League. We've time travelled to Season 4 and we're going to be kicking it off with a bang. I've gone and picked up 89 rated man Bremer from Juventus. The Brazilian centre back is now at 30 years of age, so he has bags of experience, which is exactly what our youthful backline needs. We had to pay the Bianconeri a fee of 95 million, but for what we're going to be getting in return, I'd say it's an absolute bargain. Let's hope that with the signing of Bremer, we can be real Champions League contenders this season. Now, I've also gone and decided to go for a bench signing. I went and picked up Rasmus Højlund because we do not have a backup striker at the moment. So I saw him on the transfer list and he had 12 months left on his contract, so I decided to swoop in, and he's currently at 85 overall. We picked him up for about, I think, 55 million, so not a bad backup striker. He's going to be playing second fiddle to Omar Mamouche, but that's exactly what we need when we're competing for trophies. So this is how we're going to line up going into Season 4. We got Lunin now at 86. Our back line is looking insane. 2 89 rated and 2 88 rated. Our midfield, all very consistent, well in the 80s. Højlund at 87, Puig at 88, then Mamouche up front at 89. I'm sure this guy's going to crack the 90s this season. Kudus hasn't had the growth that I wanted, but I still have faith in him to grow a bit. So let's see what happens. Can we win the Champions League in Season 4? That would be insane. Let's find out. In Season 4, the Hammers could not repeat their feat that they managed last season, as they lost the Premier League by 4 points to Liverpool. In the Community Shield, we won that 2-1 against Spurs. In the FA Cup, Hull City defeat Southampton 1-0 in the final in quite a strange one. In the Carabao Cup though, we come up trumps on that, winning 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. In the Champions League, PSG defeat Bayern Munich 1-0 as we got knocked out by the Bavarians 4-2 on aggregate in the semis. In the Europa League, Stuttgart beat Marseille 3-1 there. And in the Conference League, Salzburg take down Trabzonspor 3-1. And nothing really changed when we look at goals this season. Omar Mamouche, 39 goals and 7 assists for the Egyptian king, we can call him now, taking the reins off Mohamed Salah. This guy is on fire at 92 overall. Jared Bowen, our captain, with 20 goals and 8 assists for the English winger, getting an average of nearly a 7 match rating, so he's doing what he needs to do. Paqueta putting in his best season yet with 19 goals and 10 assists. Ricky Puig not having the season that he did last, but still a great one, getting double digits in both departments. Now with the squad that we have, and being probably in pot 1 or 2, I'm sure we can make a charge for the Champions League Season 5. Moving along into Season 5, I've given Mohamed Kudus plenty of time, but he's just not growing like I expected. So to replace him, I've gone and signed Argentinian winger Alejandro Garnacho. We picked him up from Barcelona for a fee of 115 million, and now at an 87 rating, I'm sure he's ready to take on the challenge of being our new left mid. So we did a little bit of additional business just for the bench. We picked up backup goalkeeper Michele Di Gregorio for 24.8 million from Wolves to West Ham. Then we picked up Carlos Baleba for 44 million for the CDM position, 83 overall, so he's going to be a solid backup to Højlund in CDM. Then having a look at how we line up, it's all pretty much the same apart from our new signing Alejandro Garnacho out there on the left, who we replaced because Mohamed Kudus, as you can see there on the bench, is at 86, so it's going to be a small upgrade to our left mid position. Other than that, everything's the same apart from just all the ratings going up. Puig now at 91, and Mamouche, our star player, 92. He could have a Ballon d'Or winning season depending on how it goes, so let's see what we can win this season. It is the end of Season 5 and West Ham have gone and won the Premier League again after missing out last season. In the FA Cup, Arsenal beat Leicester 2-0 in the final. Again, we win the Carabao Cup for the second season in a row, 3-0 against Man City. In the Champions League, we'll be taking on AC Milan in the final to see if we can get our hands on the Champions League trophy. In the Europa League, Bilbao beat Braga 2-0, And in the Conference League, Valencia beat Union Saint-Gilloise 3-1 on penalties. Alright, it is now match day here for the Champions League final, and we have an absolute disaster to deal with. We have Bremer and Gusto, who have both been suspended for this game, so we're going to have to replace them. However, that is fine because I have a bit of depth on the bench. We've got Todibo and Wan Bissaka, who are going to be filling in. Hopefully, they are good enough to get the job done. We're going to go back and simulate this one. Can we win West Ham their first Champions League title? We're going to auto-replace the player that's unavailable, and we're going to win the Champions League 1-0 with an unexpected winner from Kilman in the 83rd minute against AC Milan, which means the rebuild is complete. After 5 seasons, we've done it. We've rebuilt West Ham. We've brought them from a mid-table Premier League club to European champions for the first time ever. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll see you in the very next one. Goodbye.